Noah Fant, welcome to Broncos country.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here.
Last night we heard the call. What do you remember about that call? Is it a blur? You pick up the phone and John Elway's on the other line. What do you remember? Any specific details?
Yeah, I mean, I remember, the Broncos being on the clock, and I wanted to go there so bad. And got a call from Denver, Colorado, and I was just like, almost lost it.
Noah, John Elway.
What's up, What's up, Coach Elway? How you doing?
Good, buddy. How you doing? Congratulations.
I'm doing good, thank you.
We're thrilled you're a Bronco.
And then I had to remember to answer the phone, and Mr. Elway, told me that, I was going to be a Bronco, and I was super excited. And, obviously I'm happy to be here, and it's been great.
John mentioned your 30 visit here went really well, met with you guys at the Combine. What do you remember about those meetings, and how do you think those influenced maybe them saying, you know what, Noah's our guy?
Yeah, I mean, they were just honestly trying to get to know me, getting to know me as a person, what I was like, and, getting to know my knowledge of football. And, I felt like I did pretty good at those meetings, and just showed them the true me, showed them who I am, and I'm really glad that they liked that, and, it eventually drafted me with the 20th pick, so I couldn't be more happy.
Now, level with me here, because it seems like since the Combine, every interview, we hear George Kittle's name. Are people making too much of this, or are the comparisons, pretty on brand?
I know, sir. I mean, you look at George, and we're pretty similar in what we do. I mean, he's at the Combine, he ran pretty similar times, jumped pretty similar numbers. So I'm just hoping I can live up to the same things that he's done. And I mean, he's been a great mentor for me, and talking to him pretty much every week about, just anything I have questions about, just how each other are doing. And so that's something that's super cool, and I have a lot of love for him.
When we heard you talk with offensive coordinator Rich Scandrella last night, he mentioned he wants you to stretch the field.
Yes, sir.
To a better place.
In your mind, what does that mean to stretch the field?
Yeah, I mean, that means stretching the seams vertically. It means pulling defense out. And even if defenses are focused on me pulling them out, then things underneath are going to be open. So having different pieces on the offense, there's a lot of different guys on the offense, and having a guy like Joe Flacco is going to be something pretty special. So I'm super pumped.
You mentioned getting a text from Flacco. You got to meet Bradley Chubb, heard from Von Miller. How do you think those guys are going to help you out, and how do you hope to utilize those guys as kind of a learning tool?
Yeah, I mean, I hope to pick their brains for whatever they can offer. I mean, those guys are vets. Those guys know what it's like to be in the league, and I can learn so many things from them. So I'm excited to get to talk to them and get to sit down with them and truly get to know them. So
after the Combine, it seemed like, do you feel like things changed for you after the Combine? Because you had a great Combine in Indianapolis. How did things change for you after that? Yeah,
I mean, I think people before they knew I was athletic, but I think after the Combine it was kind of concrete evidence that, hey, like this guy can move. So I felt like after the Combine things went good, and I was excited to go. I had 9 top 30 visits that I went to, and the Broncos being one of them. And it was nice because I got to actually see teams for what they were and know which teams I actually wanted to go to. So that was something that was super special to me.
Coach Fangio last night said to you, you're behind 4 weeks. The guys have been here for 4 weeks. You got to play catch up. In your mind, what's the best way to do that, and how do you make up that time to make sure that, hey, I can contribute right away?
Yeah, I mean, just being in the playbook as much as possible. When I get here for rookie minicamp, trying to be ahead of the curve, trying to learn more than I even need to, so that when I do get to camp that I'm ahead of schedule. So doing that, and then also having 5 preseason games this year is going to be something that's very helpful also, just to get live reps and get to know the offense and things like that. So I'm super excited for it, and I know that I can learn the offense.
Last question for us. You're the first piece of what will hopefully be a big-time rookie class for the Broncos. How do you hope to impact that class leadership-wise and on the field? How do you want to affect, the 2019 class? Yeah,
I mean, I hope to be a leader of this class and just try to, lead by example and do what I'm supposed to do and be a hard worker for this team and do what's asked of me. I think if we can get a bunch of collective guys to do that, I feel like we'll have a really good class, and our class could really help this team. So.
Well, I know Broncos country is very excited to see you in the orange and blue. Noah Fant, congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate it.